Okay. For those of you who are still alive, what you hear is the slow crashing of waves beating against sand and coast. The last thing you remember is a bright light, the last two silhouettes within your vision disappearing as it consumed your vision. And I think still with your hearts racing, the sweat still slick on your skin, you wake up and you can feel the water lapping at your feet. Except this water is green. And it's lapping up the coast as just off of the horizon, right over this bay that you're looking out of, is the city of Neo Eden. I think the first time, for at least some of you, maybe besides Virgil, you are seeing Neo Eden from an outside perspective. It's far off and distant, and what you see are skyscrapers burning, flames billowing up, smoke filtering up into the sky. There is no sun, it's just a dark, cloudy atmosphere that billows out before you. Irida, what is going through your mind right now as you wake up? You're not in the net plane, you're in reality. What is your first thought?
You're muted.
You are muted. There you
I'm
go.
gonna look, like, Irida would probably look around for everyone first.
Okay. I think
Make sure that they're not alone.
you look around, Irida, and there is like a panic about you for a moment as you see nothing but carnage and wreckage surrounding you. You hear flames burning, you hear people screaming, dying around you as you see the wreckage of the apples scattered across the concrete wastes just by the coast of the Eve Bay. We are going to bring you guys back into our original map here, except you're not in the city. You're kind of just off this way somewhere.
Wow.
You can see St. Keo Church, which seems to be one of the last buildings that hasn't been completely succumbed to wreckage and flames, though it does not look like it is close, far behind everything else around you. You see boats off in the distance of pirates and fishermen slowly evacuating people out of the city, getting to the coast and out of there. And I think the first person you see is probably Virgil. Where do you... Okay. Where do you think Virgil is, Gus?
Mentally or physically?
Both.
I think Virgil is staring out into the city. It's clear there's something very there's something very much on his mind. But obviously knowing Virgil, he's not going to let it be known. And the one thought that's running through his mind, other than the image of the silhouettes of both Valerie and Moss, is all of this, and I'm back exactly where I started. Nothing has changed with me. We're not off the planet. I lost them again. What do I do?
Okay. So, Irida, as you're approaching Virgil, are you making any vocal announcement, or are you just running up to him?
Irida would probably say, isn't it? Like, call out to him as Irida's running over.
Okay.
Like, no, it's obvious Irida's putting the past behind them and
Mhm.
is more worried about making sure he's alive than, the drama that they've had.
Does
That Irida has.
Virgil answer to the call of his name?
No,
Okay.
he's very much deep in thought at this moment.
Irida, I think as you approach Virgil, you kind of move through the wreckage a bit. As you can see, he's just staring out upon the coast, upon the waves and the city beyond. And you don't see it immediately, Irida, but I think as you turn the corner, you get a better visual as to why Virgil might not have immediately, besides what's going on in his head, might not have immediately answered to the call of his name. You see upon the coast holes in the ground, 6 feet deep, scattered around. And you see Minerva, the owl lady, slowly dragging Cleome's body into a grave, and then Ida's as well. And you can see Moss and Valerie amongst those deceased. And it's just probably a few dozen feet in front of Virgil's gaze at this moment. Both of their dead bodies. And then I think you hear a gasp from the wreckage from the flames that are burning. You hear something desperately moving metal, and it sounds desperate. It sounds like something's desperately trying to claw out of this wreckage and this death that is surrounding them, Irida. Which do you focus on?
How close is Irida to Virgil now?
You're probably about like 5 feet away from him, not too far from him. The desperate calls for help and clawing out of the wreckage is probably like a dozen feet from you.
I think Irida would run up to Virgil, like, kind of smack his shoulder and be
Mhm.
like, "This isn't over yet. We gotta hurry up." And then Irida's gonna run to help whoever is digging out of there.
Okay.
Try and snap him out of it.
Sure. Sure. Does it snap Virgil out of it? No.
But
No, but
oh my god.
as Irida runs ahead of him, I think seeing the corpses of his friends again, his mind flashes back to when Freya passed away, and
Mhm.
he's reliving a bunch of old memories that he'd rather not be, living through. But he will walk behind Irida because, like you said, Irida's running towards the sound of the scraping.
Mhm.
But Virgil will walk towards the pile of corpses, not to help, but to bury his lost comrades. That is his intention.
I think just sidebarring Irida for a moment. We'll get back to that. Virgil, as you approach these open grave holes that seem to have been solely dug by Minerva. Here,
Sure.
I'll wait for her. Okay.
I'm sorry. What's
You're
up?
good. You're good. You're good. I think sidebarring Irida for a moment, Virgil, as you're approaching these open graves, who seems to have been solely dug by Minerva. I think you see the owl lady approach you hesitantly at first, and then she reaches out a shovel towards you. I had to bury my daughter today, and I'm sorry. And she places the shovel in your hand. There's room for them amongst the dead. Just find a spot and they'll find a home. and she lets you have it.
He will take it in his hands, and his attention goes down to his cybernetic arm. The metal plating completely seared off. It's almost
Mhm.
like looking at a skeletal version of your own hand, like all the flesh and skin has been obviously burnt away. And he feels incredibly vulnerable in this moment, but he can't let his emotions, you know, guide or steer him away from his intentions. And so he will grip the shovel tightly, and he will start to dig a grave for the both of them.
Okay. Then, as the shovel digs into the earth, Irida, just a reminder you are muted in case you start talking. Irida, as you are running through, as you're moving through, you're trying to find the voice. You're kind of pushing through the metal and the wreckage. I did lie a little bit, Irida. I'm gonna need an athletics check from you.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
I know. I know.
You're plus 19.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So laggy.
Then with that, Irida, with the desperate calls in your ears, you with ease move all of this metal and wreckage out of the way. And I think what you see there is Trink, barely on the verge of life. Trink, you are at 1 hit point at the moment. Irida, you see Trink just desperately trying to claw out of this wreckage, but he was unable to on his own. And Trink, just as you felt the light fading from you and the clouds overtaking the sun, you suddenly see a reflection of the white fur, at least one half of Irida, appear in your vision against the flames.
Are you an angel?
Oh my god.
Ignore that and pull him out, and I'm gonna do lay on hands.
Okay, all right. You do lay on hands then. All right. So, because I don't plan on dealing any damage to you guys or getting into combat today, I'm not going to do the specific maths here. I'm just going to say you put lay on hands down and you revitalize Trink as you see the wounds, the open cuts on his body slowly beginning to meld back together, and a sudden light appear in his eye again, just as it was beginning to fade.
You're just probably gonna hold on to him for a minute, and then probably take a look at Virgil and see what's going on over there.
Okay. I think you guys, I'm gonna give you a tough question, Virgil. Who are you burying
Okay.
first?
That is a very tough question.
If you wait 2 seconds, you'll get help.
I mean, Virgil was already digging when that was happening.
Yeah.
I don't think Virgil's expecting help.
I think he'll bury Valerie first.
Okay. All right. You drag Valerie's, I don't want to say drag, you carry Valerie's body over to the grave. And for the first time, I mean, Valerie's skin never felt warm, even in that brief moment when you were able to touch it. But in this moment, it almost carries a different type of coldness, not just of undeath, but of permanence. You can see that in Valerie's death, the cybernetics in her face begin to relax and retract on their own, not having any will to keep them closed anymore, and you just see the barren syringes on the inside of Valerie's face as you carry her over to the grave. You lay her down inside, and as you see her body there, fitting perfectly inside, Virgil, all you have to do is to start covering her up.
Yeah. He's going
Says
to pick the shovel back up and start covering her body once again.
Irida and Trink, as you round the corner again, you find Virgil in the midst of digging into the pile of dirt he had dug and placing it down upon Valerie's body. And he just seems to be in motion, just a routine covering and covering until eventually Valerie's body is not seen anymore. And he packs it tight with dirt. And then there's Moss. Irida and Trink, if you would like to help with Moss, you're free to. Okay. Then I think in the solemn silence, Virgil, you carry Moss's corpse over as well, and it is odd how he doesn't feel much different than he did before either. For a moment, I mean, you've seen him look like this and come back again, and I think every single second that you are carrying him and bringing him closer to that open grave, you are hoping and praying that his screen flickers on again and that it was just another ruse that Moss had up his sleeve, or maybe even that he made another deal, though you know you truly wouldn't want that in the end. You bring Moss's body, and I think together, Irida, Trink, and Virgil, you lay him down in that grave.
I think, real quick,
Sure.
I, as Virgil's carrying him over, Irida and Shrink will see a little jolt of electricity from Virgil's arms as he tries his best to power Moss on again. The screen probably will flicker on, but there's obviously going to be no signal as, he's gone. But Virgil doesn't want to accept that. So
Well,
the entire time he's walking over,
Virgil,
he-
make a computers check for me.
God, I'm not good at these.
I was gonna say that Trink would probably try to fix Moss as well.
Then I'm gonna say, I know it's technically not exactly what you're supposed to do in Pathfinder, but I'm gonna have you roll with advantage, Virgil, on your
Okay,
computers
I had
check.
a feeling. I'm probably not going to roll very good. Oh my God, natural 20.
Oh my
No
God.
way.
The Moss Revival arc.
Then
Again.
Virgil, as you lay him down on the ground there just for a moment, you can feel the electricity roaming through your fingers, Trink and Irida on either side of you, helping in whatever way you can. Moss, you can see him kind of jolting with life a bit as you're surging electricity with him. His screen flickers a bit. And Virgil, you want this. Irida and Trink, you want this. As the electricity is surging through him. But nothing happens. And you keep surging that electricity into him, hoping that it does something different the next time, but he just keeps flickering on and then dying again. Whatever humanity was inside of Moss had came and went, and now has left nothing.
What would be Moss's version of his heart?
He's definitely got like an engine inside of him.
How big is it, would you say?
Probably not all too much bigger than a human heart.
I think Trink would probably take it then.
Okay.
Or gently, not
Gently, yes. Okay. Then, as you do that, Trink, You disassemble a little bit of the pieces keeping the engine in place, but you take it, and you can see that whoever had designed Moss, whether intentionally or maybe it was just the most efficient way to do things, they made his engine look like a human heart. And it had been beating this whole time. Until now. And you have it with you. Do you guys lay Moss down into his grave? Okay. Then as the dirt falls over Moss's body, slowly but surely, the same as Valerie, the hole fills up and is packed tight. I think, Virgil, what you have in your hand as you realize when you had taken Valerie, the hat back from Valerie, you also see the notes that you left behind with her inside the hat that she had kept with you as well, in hopes of finding you again. The three of you stare over these two graves, which at the moment don't look all too different than the other graves around you. Yes, Irida.
Irida would probably go and like find two things of metal and probably carve.
No,
No?
I have an idea, if you don't mind.
What's your idea?
As he finally finishes covering Moss with dirt, he will stand between the two graves and he will reach up to his shoulder and he will undo his cybernetic arm and he will firmly plant it between the two of them as a grave marker.
Okay. All right. Then as the three of you mourn, is there anything else you'd like to leave behind for the two of them?
I think Irida's gonna leave the flower next to his arm.
Okay. All right.
And Virgil will pull the flask from his jacket, and he will uncork it, and he will start pouring out a drink for the two of them, but also for Nakara, because this was the last of the liquor from the Dion Hotel that he took.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Then, if there is nothing else, the three of you are leaving behind. Then I think one of these final shots we have here are the three of them standing over these two graves as the wreckage of the apple burns behind them. I think we're going to cut away for just a moment. Kamara, are you with us? I know you're muted.
I'm here.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Then we're going to cut away to Omen. Omen, when you were on the apple, I think at some point in time, I will ask, in that time, Omen, when you had Carly with you, if you had to choose between either taking the apple down or getting Carly off planet safely, which one would Omen have chosen?
Probably getting Carly off safely.
Okay. Then I think the three of you, as you're mourning over the graves of Moss and Valerie, you look up and you see a shooting star. I think in this moment, I'd like to ask the three of you, what would your characters wish for under a shooting star if they had a normal life and a normal path before them and they were able to get everything that they wanted? And take your time to think about this if you'd like. I don't want to rush an answer from the three of you. I know it's a heavy question. Actually, I think while you guys are thinking about it, I'll cover Omen's scene. That way you guys have time to think. Omen, within that shooting star is you. You and Carly, who, in the midst of the party and the action, you saw a chance to get Carly off planet safely and you took it. You saw that Lawrence Virgil Kelly, at some point in the night, had realized that things were going sour, and you saw him racing off somewhere. And you followed behind him. Follow-up question. Would Omen have killed Lawrence Virgil Kelly?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then I think Lawrence Virgil Kelly, dead in his bedroom as the apple is burning down, just as I think his consciousness might be flickering between the net plane and reality here, you kind of shove Carly into the escape pod that Lawrence Virgil Kelly had engineered and architectured specifically for his room on the apple and no one else's. You all kind of huddle in there. You see like a few sets of buttons on there and you click it. And you know this escape pod didn't have enough room for everyone, but I think in a sense you trusted in your other teammates to get the job done so you could get Carly off planet. I mean, that's why Valerie gave Carly the ticket in the first place. So, Omen, as you're punching in the numbers for the escape pod and you hear it shoot off into the distance, I think Carly just wraps her arms around you. Omen, we did it. We're free, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the whole galaxy in front of us. I mean, we're off planet. I mean, what do you?
Windows.
There are windows. Yes, there's two windows that look. One seems to be facing like directly at Wad Shah, the other just at the infinite space beyond.
And this is like after like what while it's all shooting off, right?
Yeah, we're going a little bit into the past here for a moment. Yes, as the escape. Yeah, as pretty much as shit's going down with the rest of the party. This is what's happening with you.
Okay. So I'd say like I'm like kind of staring out of the window at what jaw, and there's like just a weight in my chest, thinking about everyone else, and thinking about if I'm doing the right thing.
Omen. And I think Carly kind of like touches your chin and moves your face to look at her. Omen. We don't all get a chance to be free, but we shouldn't weigh ourselves down. Your friends will find a way off planet. I mean, it's a shit show, isn't it? The infrastructure's burning up. There's no government anymore. It's anarchy, and maybe not always, but in anarchy, there comes freedom from what oppresses you. Look at me, Omen. They're gonna find a way off planet. Okay?
I just wish that there was a way that I could do something to help or say I'm sorry.
I know. I know. But maybe there will be a time. Our lives aren't over yet, are they?
I'd hope not. It's been a lot of effort.
I mean, we're getting off planet, and if they do too, then that means that we'll see them again. All of them. And maybe not
Yeah.
in this lifetime, but maybe the next.
You're right.
And I think on that heartfelt note, I think, Omen, you hear a bit of a rattling coming from like a side room of the escape pod. You hear something tumble over and then movement behind a door. Carly immediately raises a gun, which you're not sure where Carly ever got a gun from. But Carly raises a gun from under her coat pocket and aims it at the door. Omen, are we alone?
I thought so. Can I go open the door? I'm like ready for an attack.
Sure. Carly stands behind you as Omen, you slowly go up to the door, your hand shaking a little bit. As you open it and it flings open, you get ready for attack. You prepare a spell. And on the other side of the door, you see two Sheeran women, older in their posture. And they're both fighting over a pearl necklace. This is mine! No, it is my necklace! And the other one, technically, it's fucking Lawrence Virgil Kelly's. And he's like, well, squatter's rights. And she tears it, and the pearl just shatters and breaks all over the ground. Well, look at what you done, Betty. Come on.
God bless.
So, as that escape pod shoots off with Omen, Carly, and the two old Sheeran women, the shooting star goes off into space. And I'd like to cut back to the three of you. Whoever would like to volunteer to go first, you're free to. Or I can just start saying names. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna start off with you, Irida. I am. I want to know what Irida
Well, the thing is,
wishes.
I mean, Irida just wishes for a normal life. That's really it. Just to get off, to be done with this planet. That's really it.
Okay? Trink.
I think Trink, besides having a normal life, besides the obvious, I think Trink just really wishes he wasn't sober right now.
That's fair. That's fair. Virgil. What does Virgil wish for in this moment? If he could have anything in the world.
Hmm. He wants to feel complete again.
Okay. I think we're gonna officially enter the epilogue here now of OANE. Now, I know I have a vague idea of where each of your characters are going, even if we haven't fully discussed it. I feel like there's a natural path for many of you. Irida and Trink, where do you see yourselves in the future, walking away from these shores?
Well, Irda was going to go out to find Bart,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. Trink wouldn't want them to do that. And Trink wants Irida to stay with him and to just try to live a normal life rather than going out and searching for something that it's like something that's a threat to him and Irida's relationship in Trink's eyes. But nonetheless, Trink would still go along with Irida to try and find Bart.
Okay. I think it'll probably take a little while. Trink, the last remaining drift between the two of you is the symbol in your coat. Which I think it does take you a while to call upon, to really get enough strength to call upon that to find a way into the drift. And I think eventually it leads you to Edward's old chambers. I think as you're moving through, you recall a very, very large mirror that was within Edward's personal chambers. One that I believe Irida had interacted with and had heard the damnations of hell on the other side of it.
Me and Virgil.
Yes, yes.
I don't think I was here for that.
You might, I don't think Trink was. No, Trink was kidnapped at this point in time.
Oh
He
yeah, you
was.
were kidnapped.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
right in Texas.
I think, Irida, as you watch Trink continuously, like, try and call upon this symbol, you figure you can help where you can.
I don't try. Okay.
And Trink would continue to worship.
Of course.
this energy.
Then I think the two of you stand before this giant mirror with a crack in its frame. And as you stand there, Trink, with that symbol in your coat, it begins glowing. And you can see the cracks within the mirror begin to glow yellow as well, light flickering out against the both of you. And I think you both look at each other for a moment before entering the drift. This is perhaps the start of another long journey between the two of you. Is there any last words between Irida and Trink before they step into the drift and have their send off for this campaign?
How far along is this from the burying?
This is a week out. This is a week after the burying of Valerie and Moss.
I think Trink is just gonna take Irida's hand and squeeze it tight.
Okay.
Irida would give a smile and squeeze his hand back.
Okay. Then the two of you step through this mirror into perilous journeys unknown into the drift. And this is the final time we see Irida and Trink in this campaign. Virgil, I'd like to move on to your epilogue. I'm not sure if you have a specific desire in mind for Virgil. Figured I'd let you lead it.
No, yeah, I have something in mind.
Okay.
Obviously, Virgil does not go with Irida and Trink. The last time he sees them is probably at the beach, where he leaves without exchanging any words or pleasantries. These days, he well, he doesn't really do a whole lot. He's still very much recovering, and whilst he would frankly love to just die in a hole or something of that sort, he's not going to dishonor a little bit, trying to find a purpose or anything to do. Maybe it's my character. He's probably he's probably cleaning up the remnants of the Church of the Second Scream.
Okay.
Very much returning to his old self, where when he feels empty, he instead fills that hole in his heart with anger and rage and ruthlessness. And once he finds that there are no second, obviously this isn't going to happen from a week out, but once he finds that there are no second screamers, he probably turns his attention to the concrete wastes. And he's going to go find his old gang.
Okay. I think we flash between many scenes of screamers running in terror as this cowboy chases them down. And then eventually we see him walking through the wastes back towards the home that he once used to have, maybe still has. I think, Virgil, you see what seems to be an old bar before you, which, from what you know, what you've probably been looking into while going out into the concrete waste, this is where your old crew is residing at the moment. You see lights through the windows flickering. You hear noises and laughter and glasses clinking together. I think outside the door, you see Chief, who is in a rocking chair. He's a larger man, um, cowboy very much esque in look. You see him rocking back and forth. He's reading a book, which you don't really recall him reading much in your time, but right now he's reading a book. On its cover, which I think Virgil might get a bit of a chuckle from this as he's approaching, no matter how somber he is in emotion, is the title Changelings for Dummies, written by Marilyn and Carly. And you see Chief close the book, set it on the table. Virgil, you look a little different now. You look older than me.
Time hasn't been too kind to me, Chief.
I think he looks at the rocking chair beside him and he just pats it. Sit down, Virgil. Just for a moment before you go inside.
And yeah, I mean, there's a bit of hesitation, but he has the rest of his life ahead of him, and a moment in a rocking chair won't kill him. At least not that he knows.
And you sit back, Virgil. I do have a question. Did Virgil ever replace his arm? Or is he one-armed throughout the journey of this?
I think I don't. The relationship between a man and his Ripper Doc is a very special thing, not something that can be replaced. Um, and obviously, there was a little bit like he went from Freya to Moss, but he felt like that was the kind of change that was possible just because of their similarities. But he has not found someone who he trusts to work on his cybernetics. So he is one-armed.
Okay. Chief looks over. So you just Virgil now?
Something like that. I haven't talked to anyone who's called me by anything in a little bit.
I know. They
Um,
call you the menace of the scream.
yeah. I choose not to let the titles go to my head. I just don't know what to call myself anymore beyond that. I'm not really Lawrence. I'm not Virgil. I don't know, Chief.
I think he kind of pushes over a shot glass with whiskey in it. Are you still a drinker?
Well, I gotta find some way to fill out my days when I'm not being the menace of the scream, now don't I? And he will pick up the shot glass with his arm. Obviously, his one good arm.
Then Virgil, you're my friend. Listen, take that shot and walk inside, okay? We'll talk after, once you have a bed set up for you. We kept it for you, just the way you left it.
Much obliged. And Virgil will stare into the whiskey glass for a very long time, whether it's because he's trying to. I'll tell you what he's trying to do. He's trying to see if there's any substance in there that may perhaps, lead to his untimely demise.
Sure. Make a
He
perception
knows
check
that
for me, Virgil.
he knows that that he left on amicable terms, so
Sure.
he's not.
Sure.
Would I get my item bonus from this?
Yes, you would. One final time.
One final time.
As you're staring into the whiskey glass, you're watching the ice kind of circle around inside of it as you swirl it to see if there's any odd coloration or something inside of it that catches your eye. And I think in this moment, Virgil, I don't think you can tell. I think taking this shot of whiskey in many ways is a leap of faith.
He will take the shot of whiskey.
You see Chief smile, not in a conniving way or in a "ha, I got you" way, which you were almost expecting the second you put the glass down, just in a it's good to have you home kind of way. Do you go inside, Virgil?
Yeah. He will stand up from the rocking chair and give a little nod to Chief before he walks inside of the bar.
And as you walk inside, Virgil, the first thing you notice as you open the door and you're met with this warm light upon your face, which is such a direct contrast from the cold darkness of what was left of Neo Eden and what was left of the concrete wastes. It's just this warm, flickering light of flame that cascades upon your face as you step inside. And immediately your guard is up. You look in the corner of the room, Virgil, and you see William. You see him with a prosthetic for a leg now. And he does look he doesn't look like he can much take care of himself anymore. He sits in a chair and he rocks back and forth. And that immediately puts your guard up. And the look on William's face isn't one of welcoming or kindness, nor is it one of vindictive revenge. He doesn't grimace, he just stares at you. And Virgil, I think we're going to leave your story off as you look to the other side of the room. And you see Freya at the table with a lit up face and a big smile.
Oh, that's evil.
So, with your stories of Omicron finished and over, wherever these stories may lead you in the future is beyond my scope of scale, but within this story, it is done and finished. And I think we're going to leave off on a very simple scene. 10 years later, after the burial, the coast, the waves, they splash up the same as they did 10 years ago. Neo Eden is nothing but rubble and ash. The towers that once looked over the concrete wastes are barren martyrs of a corporation and a dictatorship that once lived no longer. And I think there are two graves there. Two graves that have a metal arm in between them. Two graves that have sat there untouched, undisturbed. And I think we slowly flitter through the years, starting from the burial, leading up after these 10 years as the flames behind them wither and the waves continue unbothered. And we watch from Moss's grave first. You see tiny green sprouts begin to dig up through the dirt, as, in a very literal sense, moss begins to grow upon his grave. Probably one of the very few life forms that could survive out in these concrete wastes, and only this close to the water, which over the years has slowly gained back its bluish tint rather than its green. And slowly this moss branches out. It hops to Valerie's grave as well. And I think if you guys were to, at some point in your lives in the future, any of your characters come back to this burial site, you would just find a field of moss. And that's the end of OANE.
That was beautiful. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What a
Story.
fun year.
What a
Oh, I'll
fun
say.
year
Oh my
it was
gosh.
indeed. I hope you
How-
guys really enjoyed this campaign.
It was.
Oh.
It was. I truly can't decide which one I enjoyed more between this and SWN.
Mm-hmm.
It's like choosing between parents.
Lilo.
How much time has passed since the very beginning and the burial?
Probably, I'd give it a solid like 3 or 4 months, I believe.
Really?
Yeah,
That
We got a
so
lot done in
short.
that time.
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot happened in that time. Yes, okay. So, your characters are done now, whether they're dead or alive. We might revisit them at some point, but for the time being, they are done and closed.
Bye, Virgil. It was a
Bye.
blast, my friend.
At the end,
Mhm.
like Virgil going back, it reminded me a lot of Stella.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I can see
No,
that.
the funny thing about that was me and Murphy had talked about that at the beginning, where I was like, I want him to have an old gang, but I'm worried that's gonna be like he's gonna want to go back because it's like how Stella did.
Hmm.
So yeah,
I mean, in the end,
Yeah.
he did, but yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I can't
I
believe
guess
he really
since
did just end up where he started.
yeah,
yeah. It's a
and
awful cycle.
it's really funny because
That's
you
fucking
know
horrible.
you'd think that he made such a long-lasting impact with his life, and then it was only 3-4 months, and we were kind of just his runaway family for like a fourth of a year, and then he just went back.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
true. We were just like his foster parents.
Yeah,
I will say his intention was to clean up in a way, like if they were to receive him with hostility,
Mhm.
he would uh obviously return in kind, but the
Mhm.
intention was he wanted to say goodbye for one final time because he didn't get the chance to before. He ran away in
Sure.
the night, and
I mean, do you think that Virgil would have ran away again if Freya was back?
Freya was back. It would depend on the circumstances. He would have to know exactly what would have happened for her to be there again.
Sure.
But
And I think
it does,
it's better we
I
leave
mean,
it ambiguous.
yeah, I
know?
know. I was
It
gonna say it
leaves-
doesn't matter now.
doesn't matter
He's
now.
done. His
He's
story is
done.
over.
Yeah. Okay.
That was beautiful, Murphy. When you started talking about the moss, I got that pang in my chest. I was like,
know.
oh my
Me too.
god, that's beautiful. What a wonderful campaign.
Oh, what a wonderful
I'm
campaign.
just as excited for Rods.
Yeah.
I know, it's so
You
true.
finally research my character.
You're
I
gonna
know.
let out the
Nope.
You have a
Nope.
setting guide right now, right?
I mean,
No,
my
we
God,
gotta wait
wait.
till my birthday, guys.
notes. We gotta do the notes, guys.
We gotta do the
the
notes.
notes. I
Oh,
can
this is
give you
true.
guys the notes. I can give you
I
guys
have
the
mine.
notes. I'm gonna put them in each of your character chats.
I already have
Slowly,
mine, so
Oh,
slowly
these
but
are
surely.
exclusives.
I will
Those-
say this, Murphy.
No.
You Virgil's
so it sounds
trajectory could have drastically changed depending on if like the beach was still on Neo Eden or if they had gotten teleported to a completely other planet. Because if he
Yeah.
had smelt the genuine sea breeze, I think he would have been like, "Wow, we're good. This is what they worked for. I'm gonna go live my life to the fullest," and he would probably become much better off. But
No, but I don't know. I always saw Virgil's story as just a cycle, you know.
oh yeah,
I think that's something you and me agreed upon just from early days of Virgil was he was probably
yeah.
not going to have a happy ending.
He was either gonna die or something. You
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
I fully expected him to die. Honestly, I had made him to die.
trust
I'm
me,
surprised
Not
he
on
didn't.
my watch.
What?
Not on my
I
watch.
will
I'm gonna
say
send
like
doctor.
them I think Moss getting that omen and them trying so hard to save Virgil's life is probably what saved Virgil's life in the end. Because me and Gus had full on plans to kill Virgil
Oh
during
yeah.
the face fight. Like it was the plan to kill Virgil, and then that just got sidetracked. Fortunately or
Actually,
unfortunately, you know.
I don't know if Murphy was in it, but we had a whole group chat dedicated to making sure Virgil stayed alive.
I
as well.
was
Oh,
in
yeah,
that.
We did.
I saw at least I saw the outside because Bree wouldn't let me look inside because
see.
Bree was on my computer and I saw what is it, Operation Phoenix Rising or whatever.
Yeah,
Something like
something
that.
like that.
And he's like, "Oh, let me go look at this channel." I'm like, "Wait."
See, I get a good message. The fuck
Oh,
can always be
no.
Oh my
changed.
god,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm waiting for
no.
Gus's.
Hold on, I'm doing it
Uh,
one by one, guys. Okay, I am just a human being at the end of the day.
I thought you were gonna share a document. I didn't realize you were screenshot. Take your time.
Yeah. I didn't do level 8 ones for any of you
Oh,
guys,
God.
so you know.
Oh, this is okay.
And I will say, like, whatever I type down is at least paraphrasing something you guys said to me. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm putting that out there. Whatever you said is what I typed down, unless I didn't.
Let me see. Oh my god. Irida just fucking hated Virgil the whole time, it feels like.
Yeah, for a long time.
Like,
It
full,
was really
full of
embarrassing.
himself, annoying, doesn't like that he smokes. Oh my god.
Again, I wrote what you
I got
guys
rid
wrote,
of
you
that
know.
idea later on.
No, that's
Thinks Virgil is an ass.
I literally to the very end, Irida thought Virgil was annoying.
Yo, no, is that from my notes?
Irida kind of found everyone but Moss.
Thinks Virgil is
Little-
an ass, yeah. They're
Yeah.
both now, yeah. Level 4 and on,
Oh,
that's
shoot.
true.
One of Valerie's level ups I can't fit into one image, so I have to split it up.
Wait,
Sorry.
when did Trink stop Valerie from killing Minerva?
Hmm?
When did Trink stop Valerie from killing Minerva?
That was
When we
after
were at the church.
yeah,
And,
and Trink like grappled
Juventus
Valerie,
was like, Juventus was like, "Oh, kill Minerva, kill!" And Valerie was like, "Yes!" And then everyone doggy piled on Valerie.
Yeah, remember?
yeah.
You know what? I guess I'll post Virgil's old gang if I can
Yeah.
find it. Yeah.
Oh wait,
Why'd you post that emoji there?
I almost posted all of Valerie's stuff into Gus's chat. Hold on,
That would be funny.
that's not the right place.
Don't put emojis because I thought you were posting the damn thing.
Wait,
Oh, stop. Stop, Milo. I want to see Virgil's thoughts about Valerie. I want to see everything.
Scares Omen?
what
what?
was it?
Omen level 4 level up. Trink scares Omen. Yes.
That's what Kamara told me. Kamara told me that Trink scared Omen. And that's what
An
I wrote
absent
down.
father who would offer their 14-year-old child a beer.
That's for Virgil,
But-
I believe.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Omen level 4. Moss has the most respect from is responsible and reliable, but is a clanker in full caps. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
I told you guys I was
Jeez,
really excited to share Kamara's notes.
I just everyone was saying these such nice things about Moss, and I was like, damn, I really know how to make such a
Oh my
reliable,
God.
strong, glued together character, and I didn't realize that Uni was racist.
Listen, Virgil, I get why you wanted Freya back. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, let me see.
Loki built like Moss.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh
Loki
my
built like
gosh.
Moss.
No wonder why
Loki,
you like Moss.
Loki built like Moss.
Respect. Loki
Holy
built like
crap.
Moss.
Okay.
Wait, back out of it? Sorry, I just want to look. Who's the second one?
You never heard of him.
Yeah.
He was mentioned once. That's Jude.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll talk a little more about Virgil's backstory at some point. I'm sure y'all want to
Yeah,
know.
Virgil's
Since I wasn't
backstory.
able to go.
Yeah.
It went largely unexplored except for like the William and obviously right there at the very end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where'd you get these
Which-
characters from?
I found the art on Pinterest and then it led me to an ArtStation link. So shout out to Kai Gang Guan from ArtStation.
Yeah. Shout out.
Oh my God, Gus character. I'm so excited for this one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hold on. I want to see what he thinks of Moss at the first.
Oh my
Oh
god,
yeah, no,
Virgil.
fair enough.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
why
gonna
is
read
everyone
all
so
these
excited
later.
to
That's
see?
like too many words.
I'm just
Uh,
reading the Trinks one.
Yeah, I've only gone through and read the Virgil ones.
Yeah.
Trink's level 5, by the way, is a little different than the rest because that was during the month-long time skip and I was planning out the little rat gang. So you get to see a little bit of that process in that too. Whenever I post Trinks, which will be soon. Okay. I'm looking through Trink's level 7 one, and just at the bottom, I don't know why this was mentioned, but it just says last time he showered a week ago. Reeks of weed.
Hey, I don't see Trinks.
I'm
on
reading.
here.
I'm reading it right now. I'm copying
Oh,
pasting
oh,
it.
oh.
Yeah. I'm just. That's just what I read.
Kamara, what the fuck? I just read Irida's level 4.
What? Let me read it.
I don't think Amara
Is it
even
an
remembers
abusive
what-
relationship where the husband is the abuser? Abuser is Trink.
I always wonder what's going on in Kamara's mind. These are some very interesting write-ups.
Oh yeah, but I think that is. I
Ziggy.
think
Oh my
that's
God.
everyone's posted.
Wow.
That's so funny.
More of a rivalry than an abusive situation with Trink.
Oh my gosh.
They're friends but
Nice.
act like they're not in Irida's part.
Oh.
Oh my god. Kamara, this is really funny. Holy crap.
It is funny how Kamara's thing on Irida transitioned from an abusive relationship to just a rivalry. You know, it's just a rivalry.
Oh my! So is intimidated to approach out of nervousness and fear, probably worried that he's gonna catch whatever sickness she has, but doesn't think it's cross-species
Oh, yeah.
transferable.
I remember that being a thing with Trink, where Trink was just really scared of getting whatever the fuck Valerie had.
He was. He wouldn't.
What?
Trink was really scared for a little bit of catching whatever sickness Valerie had because she was so pale all the time.
Oh.
These are some very entertaining reads.
Yeah.
Wants to dig in her mouth? What the fuck, Trink? Why are you so
Oh yeah,
weird?
he went from being terrified of catching her sickness to wanting to dig in her mouth.
Well, because then he realized there was no sickness. She was just a dampier.
Yeah.
And it's just computers.
Yeah.
Trink knows computers.
Dig in there. No, the second that Lilu told me that, I was like, oh, I cannot wait till I share these with Bree. And Bree gets to
Oh
read
my
what Lilu just fucking
God.
said to me.
Next campaign, I really want to be closer to all of your characters friendly wise. I'm tired of
Yeah.
having so much like rivalry with everyone.
No, yeah.
I mean, it was.
Does not want to dig into her mouth anymore.
Except for Lilu. I have an idea that I want to do with our character.
Where you hate each other?
Wait, Murphy, I'm gonna text you. Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah,
My
yeah.
little idea.
Now
Yeah,
that OA&E's
I
over, you guys are free to start planning out character ideas with each other if you want.
oh I've got a Pinterest board with like 80 something
Yeah.
pins already, Murphy. It's been in the works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But no, I agree with you, Milo. I love this campaign, but the biggest problem I felt was that there was not a lot of close like
Mm-hmm.
outside of
Yeah.
Moss, Valerie, and Trink. I feel like that's like half the party. Virgil just really didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
same with Irida.
which was
I
kind of
really
like-
wish.
I want to put it out first and foremost. That was kind of the vibe I was going for this campaign. Like I didn't really want it to be like obviously if it led that way I was going to allow it, but I think like the cyberpunk genre and all that plays really into just this group of people who might not really mesh together but are forced to do something. And it was good for this campaign. I don't want to do it ever again. I would rather you guys
Oh,
be
yeah,
friends with
no.
each other.
No,
I want us all to be friends. Why we
Yeah.
can all be besties.
WN.
Yeah.
I just feel
Yeah.
so bad being mean to mostly you, Gus. Irida hated. I mean, I don't think that they would click anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
They were very
no,
different
bad.
characters. Yeah.
Very like obviously they're both Prismeni, but the way they went about things was very
Mhm.
different. I think that was very interesting.
Yeah.
It was.
I
it
like
was.
the note I left for Irida.
Oh yeah, if you guys
from
would
Virgil.
want to, if you'd like to share your notes now that you wrote for getting off
Well, I
planet
mean-
potentially. I mean, you
I mean,
already, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
I know.
I'm saying like specifically for what was it? It was like the levels, the level 6 level up. The note I
Mm.
left with like that Virgil feels about Irida, I think is like
I haven't even gotten to your. I'm still on Freddy.
Wait, yeah, let me look. I've only been looking at what people
Oh,
say
I
about
just
me.
realized
Hey,
I
you were
spelled a
so
word wrong.
nice.
I just realized
Well,
I
yeah,
spelled a word so
yeah.
wrong.
that
Yeah.
comma
I-
T.
Everyone loved Moss.
Yeah, I don't think Virgil, I don't think Moss really was at odds with anyone up until towards the end where he started to gain more humanity and started seeing everyone's started
No,
understanding everyone's sides.
I think Moss was
You were kind of
definitely the
mean
heart
in
of
a
the
way.
party. Like Moss was
yeah.
the heart of the party for sure. I think he's what kept everyone together through the end.
Yeah, Virgil would have been gone.
Mhm.
Everyone would have been arguing. That someone would have died.
Yeah.
So
No.
Freddie,
I
you-
can't
you-
wait to make.
Freddie, you tend to make heart of the party characters who die just at the end of the campaign.
Yeah,
just what
I
happens.
really
Stop doing that.
like making characters that can mesh with everyone, or at least try to include everyone.
But I agree
which
with
is why
Kamara.
so-
You
I
gotta
was-
stop doing that.
Well, okay, Murphy, maybe you should stop killing me then.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Murphy.
Hey.
My plan for my character in campaign 3 is going
Mhm.
to be more heart of the party, and it's going to be open about their niceness.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
They're gonna,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hey.
Instead of Nathan being like selfish but like charming and arrogant, it's
Mhm.
gonna be selfless but
Yeah.
charming and dim-witted. That's what
Sure.
I'm planning on going
Dim-witted.
for.
Because like I
Okay.
truly for campaign 3, like I know I'm going a more like darker fantasy route, but I feel like dark fantasy really works well when like you guys mesh together and actually like you're a party, you know. It's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
light versus
Dark
the
fantasy
darkness,
would like
you know.
Yeah,
it would
we're
be so frustrating if
fellowship.
everyone was
Yeah, the
angry with
fellowship.
each other
Mhm.
when like
No.
dealing with such
And I don't want that for
distressing
campaign 3.
odds.
I don't want
I'm
Oh
that.
yeah, no,
also-
I'm
I'm
gonna-
excited for when we get to be friends again, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for now, I don't know you guys.
Yeah.
I also, back whenever I first joined Owain, I didn't actually really know any of you except
Mhm.
for Milo and somewhat Murphy.
Yeah.
I feel like now that I'm actually friends with y'all, it'll be a lot easier to
Oh, yeah.
roleplay being friendly with you as well.
Oh,
And-
for
Before I
sure,
just
for
felt
sure.
a little
for sure.
awkward.
I'm also doing things a little differently for campaign 3 where I'm gonna have you guys like obviously you guys are gonna be making your character maybe you have ideas for your characters already, but during session 0 I want to make your characters together so you all are like
Mhm.
aware of what characters you're gonna be playing with and meshing with, you
Mm.
know.
Me and Freddie already have ideas.
Yeah,
you?
we have
Okay.
we have a decent idea. Would you like to share?
No, you can't.
Okay, wait, I can or can't? Okay, so because you guys know that I wanted to be a blacksmith, I can't remember who asked the question a while ago, but someone said, would it be dedicated to just general ironworks? Like,
that was me.
can be, yeah, it was probably Gus. Like, it can be swords, or it can be like armor,
Nails.
or it can be like nails. Yeah, general
Nails and
stuff.
horseshoes and stuff.
Nails and horseshoes and everything like that. And so I think I'd probably want to be a general thing who like loves like you know how like technicians have like their favorite things to work on, at least how I want to be. Like my favorite thing to work on would be a computer, but I would also like to get my hands on like phones and keyboards and all of the little stuff to mess around with. And so I think the specialty I would love is to be experimental weapons. But for my character and for Lily's character, I make all of her gothic jewelry. Like, you
Okay.
know, all the spikes and the stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's what I'm hoping, which will already kind of build that repertoire.
Yeah. That's very
So if
fun.
anyone else has things that want to be made to have a pre-established connection, then by all means,
Dude,
come
if
to
you're
me with
if
your
you're
ideas.
gonna make if you're gonna make a heart character, you might as well have everyone connected to you in some way. That's
Yeah, no.
So
So
everyone
I don't
needs
think
to
you
be-
want to be connected to my
I
character.
was
so
gonna
for
say,
real with
Freddie.
you.
I was hoping that our characters could at least be connected because I want to play like a sword user, and I wanted to hopefully have your character make my character's sword or whatever weapon I decide to have him use.
If
That would be something
if
you're interested
anyone
in.
wants me to make a sword for them, can I come up with the original concepts for what your sword looks like? For each for
Okay.
any weapon.
I
Unless you have a specific thing, then by all means I'll make it in your vision. But if you wanted it to be personalized, then by
I
all
was
means I
gonna
would love
say
to
Gus.
design it.
Gus is very practical, so
No,
No,
I
by
mean,
all means.
know.
depending on the character,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess I could reveal the name of the campaign 3.
yes, yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes,
Okay,
please.
so I mean,
I think I know what the first two words are. But I
let's
wanna
hear
know.
it.
Keyboard's ready.
No, let's hear it, Freddie. I want to hear your guess.
No. You
Okay.
tell. You tell. It's my
Okay.
turn for secrets now,
It's
Murphy,
gonna-
not yours.
It's gonna be really like, and like I feel like it's gonna be. In my head, it's gonna be anticlimactic, but it's because I know it already. Okay. One of
We
these words is a
realmers.
made-up fantasy word I made up in my head.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
The name of campaign 3 is Rapture of Talis. That's what the
That's
campaign's
really
name
cool.
is.
I was
And I
thinking
will-
realm or ring.
Yeah,
But
we were
Rapture.
thinking realm of something.
I see.
I said realm of titties, but
Milo did say realm.
Yeah.
Can we
And then
get a,
you say
a
you said
spelling on
realm
that
of
last
Tahiti,
word?
and I
Yes,
said
yes,
realm
yes.
of titties is better.
I put it in the rot drops.
Rapture
Rot drops.
Talis.
hmm
I feel like
Yay.
I've seen
That's-
that word before.
You might. I
That's-
believe it is a word that exists.
That
But-
is aura.
Yes.
I like that.
It's
I'm
a word
excited
that.
for the remodel.
Yeah,
this
I
movie.
know. It's a word that I believe exists in I believe it's Islamic actually, but I took the word and put it through like Irish pronunciation, to change up how it's pronounced. You know, and it feels like an Irish word as well, just with how it's constructed. So I was like, sure. But yes, that is the name of campaign 3,
Wow.
and it is
Rot.
gonna be, the name is important to what's going on in the campaign. So you know.
Oh fuck.
There's a
Gonna
rapture.
be divine related.
It is
I'm
gonna be a
so
little
excited. I
divine-related.
cannot wait for less than 1 month from now. In fact,
Yeah.
3 weeks and 3 days is what I'm excited for.
You know,
I
3
don't
weeks
know.
and
I
6
just guessed.
the
days. 3
setting
days.
guide, it
Okay,
gets
I guessed.
released right before the wedding, Gus.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
We're
at that
gonna,
wedding. I'm gonna be
yeah,
smiling on
we're
my
gonna be at a table in the wedding, just like chatting it up.
Oh yeah.
And I'm probably gonna have the Session Zero the 27th of September. That way you guys are back from Washington, and you know,
Yeah.
all of
I mean,
that.
I might be in Canada for
For
who
all
knows?
we know. For all we know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It could very well be a repeat of OANE because I was
could
in
be.
Canada for session or not
He
set. I was
was.
in Canada for the setting guide, but
That's true.
And
session
we're gonna be
0.
together for the campaign
Wow.
3 setting guide.
Wow.
Wow.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, then that's a wrap on OANE, and now we're
Wow.
excited for
now we
campaign
can start
3.
talking campaign 3
We can start,
character
yes.
sides.
I've been waiting for it just so I could start seeing Lilu and Milo's ideas because I know they were both waiting until
Yeah.
Leanne finished to really delve into
If you
it.
want to be connected, I'm just gonna warn you, my character is supposed to be like a prostitute, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to be connected to that, so
I can make
No,
special
I
jewelry.
think I could find a way to
special